The first Punjabi matra that most people learn is mukta. Now, mukta begins with the letter M, and that's because it's masked. It is invisible. How cool is that? So it's the masked matra. It makes the sound ah. So if you have two consonants side by side, they would have the sound between them, like mug or cup or puck. That is mukta that makes that sound, and it's masked, it's invisible. The second matra that we're going to learn is kana. Now, kana is just a little half stick dangling from the line above it, and it makes the sound ah. It's the same sound that the doctor asks you to make when he says, stick out your tongue and say, ah. So when you see a kana or you write a kana, say, ah. Hang on to it. Don't cut it short like vowels in English. If you want to speak really sweet Punjabi, hang on to your vowels. Drag them out. That's how they're spoken. And think of the little uvula in the back of your throat when you see a kana, and that'll help you to remember that you pronounce it ah. The next two mantras we're going to learn is ankar and dulenkar. They're pretty straightforward. They have little foibles, but I'll explain those to you. The ankar, there's only one of them. Dulenkar, there's two of them. They look like little half moons. I hope you can see my arms. To remember the sound that they make, you could think of anchoring your arms, like ankar, anchor. It's like anchored underneath the letter. You could think of someone giving you like a 1-2 punch. And the first one like takes you aback. So you say, ooh, but the second one connects and it hurts and you say, ooh. So ankar, ooh, dulenkar, ooh. And the fact that there's one ankar and two ankars, ankar, dulankar. In the name, there's a clue because de in French means two and do in Punjabi means two. And that's because 60% of languages spoken today are Indo-European. They have a Indo-European history, which joins Sanskrit at some point. So two, de, do, however you want to pronounce it. Dulenkar means two ankars. Okay, and we're going to see that again a little later on with another matra. So it's ankar, it's underneath, and ankar, dulenkar. The next two matras are by far the most fun. They are so fun because they're pago. They are crazy, especially Sihari. It's just loony, completely loony. When you write the words Sihari and Bihari, they begin with a Sihari and they end with a Bihari. They begin with a Sihari to the left and end with a Bihari. And they look like perfect bookends. They're like a mirror reflection of each other. And the Bihari is lagging behind the word like all good matras. But the Sihari is, I call it leftist. It rebels against all grammatical norms. Like a Sihari is leftist, it's loony, it defies all the rules. It is written to the left. This is my left. It's probably not your left on the screen, but if you try this with your left arm, it'll help you remember Sihari. It's rebellious or leftist in three ways. Firstly, that it is written to the left of the word. Now think about that. It's like crazy. It's like writing the word lit, I-L-T. But all the other words are written with the vowel in the right place, but not Sihari. It's written to the left of the consonant. It's loony. Secondly, alphabetically, Bihari, Sihari, B comes before S, but of course, when written, S comes before B. Sihari comes before the word. Bihari comes after the word. So it's being leftist again, or rebellious. And thirdly, it's one of only 2 matras that have a short duration, possibly 3. If you think of mukta, that's pretty short. But the other 2, one of them we learned is it's ankar, that's short. And Sihari also is rebellious, it's short. It's I. All the other matras are beautifully dragged out in their pronunciation. Bihari is E. You hang on to it when you say it. I, Sihari, E, Bihari. And Bihari lags behind the letter, like all other good matras. And it looks like a backwards F. If you were to write a backwards F, you have written Bihari. So if you write the word beef with a backwards F, that may help you to remember how to write Bihari and that it sounds like E. I hope so. There are just 2 more sets of matras. So hang in there with me. There's l'avant and du l'avant. L'avant looks like your hand if you were calling someone. If you say, hey, it's like a stroke from the left to the right going down. Hey, it makes the A sound. So you write a stroke above the letter, makes the A sound. That is l'avant. Du l'avant, encore. Like, sorry, that was French. Again, the same principle. There's 2. Du l'avant, 2 of them. So they look like that. So if you were to think of feathers in an Indian headdress, feather, that's the sound that du l'avant makes, and we don't, it replaces the sound in English. We don't have that sound in Punjabi. Apple. If you were to say apple with a Punjabi pronunciation, it would be apple, apple, That sound is made by the du l'avant. It's the closest we have to the short English sound, but it's feather. Got it? I hope so. And the last 2, last but not least, are hora and canora. Hora, 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 O, it makes the O sound. It looks like, to me, it looks like the thread that follows a needle. It's written as a squiggly line above the letter. O, I'm sewing. So it makes the O sound. And canora makes the O sound. So I think of claw, but you have to say it with a New York or a British accent, like claw, oh. That's the sound that canora makes, and that's kind of what it looks like above the letter. So those are all the matras. I hope those memory aids helped you, and I hope you have fun with them. If they didn't help you, well, then make up your own. I hope I inspired you to make up your own. And we'll keep this going. But for today, I'll say Fir Milangiji until the next time, and enjoy learning Punjabi.